Apparently, the United States has seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. You know what the most interesting thing about that is? That Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That's right. I mean, why do you think we're fucking around with Venezuela in the first place? Why do you think we're blowing up boats in the Caribbean? Because Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. You see, because as long as we're murdering people in the Caribbean, as long as we are starting an illegal war with Venezuela, then we're not talking about Donald Trump and his best friend, Jeffrey Epstein. You see how that works? That's the whole purpose of it. That's the whole reason he does much of what he does. You know, the more crazy, the more horrible, the more that it gets everybody focused on whatever the fuck it is that he's doing or saying, the more you know that that's just about distracting from the Epstein files. Because, you know, Congress passed that law that mandates the release of all those Epstein files. And there's a deadline. There was like a 30-day deadline for the DOJ to start releasing that stuff. Well, that's in just like a week or two. Donald Trump doesn't want you focused on that. You know what else Donald Trump doesn't want you focused on? The fact that it's almost impossible to even afford to feed yourself in this fucking country anymore for many people. Or as he refers to it, the affordability hoax. He doesn't want you talking about that. He does, especially now, you know, it's Christmas, the Christmas season, the holiday season, if Christmas ain't your bag. But, you know, a lot of people are buying gifts for other people right now. So it's more than just people's regular spending on groceries and things. People are purchasing other things that they don't normally purchase during the year. And they're realizing how expensive everything is. And Trump doesn't want you focused on that. Trump doesn't want stories about pissed off people over the price of everything. He doesn't want those kinds of stories. He'd much rather have stories in the media about how we seized an oil tanker, or how he is about to start an illegal war, or that he just murdered a bunch of other people in the Caribbean with no authorization from Congress and without even any proof that they are drug smugglers. Not that being drug smugglers is a death penalty crime. That wouldn't make it legal anyway. But he'd much rather talk about that than Epstein or the price of things. You know, he was supposed to lower the price of everything on day one. He hadn't lowered shit. And he doesn't want you talking about that. So he would much rather have people debating whether or not he is actually murdering people. Think about how fucked up that is. He is literally murdering people in the Caribbean, and he'd rather us talk about that. Just shows you how fucked up it is. Though there must be some serious shit in those Epstein files.